Hi there. In this video, you'll find an easy guide to what SQL language is, why you should learn it, and how to start learning it. If you work or want to start working with large databases, in Google Sheets or any database management system, you should keep watching. First, let's take a moment to understand what SQL is. In this data-driven world, data has become a valuable resource. Some experts believe that data is our most valuable commodity, more important than oil or gold. Now imagine that all this data is stored in a vault. This vault is a database. SQL is the code that unlocks this vault and allows you to retrieve the data. It stands for Structured Query Language. You can call it SQL, but you can also call it SQL. Whenever you want to modify or query data, you have to write SQL statements. These statements are instructions or commands used to interact with databases to perform specific actions. Let's take a look at some of the most commonly used SQL statements. The most basic command in SQL is the select statement. You'll use it to retrieve data from tables. It allows you to select all columns or specify which ones you want to retrieve from a table. Let's say we have a table called World Population, which contains a list of countries, their population, and their land area. I can use the select statement to select the columns the query will return. Here's the syntax. If I want to select all the columns, I can write the following query. This would be the result, but I can also select specific columns. Here I'll select two columns, country and population, from the same table. This query would return only these two columns. I could also include a where clause to filter data from the dataset. In this example, I'll write a where statement to return data about a specific country. Here's the result. Now I want to know which countries with a population greater than 1 billion. This is what the query would look like. And here's the result. If I use an order by statement, I can sort values from a specific column in ascending or descending order. Let's say I want to select these two columns, country and land area, and order the results by land area in descending order. Here's the result this query would return. We can also use aggregate functions to perform calculations across multiple rows of data. For example, I could use the sum function to calculate the sum of the population of all the countries from this list. Here's what the query would look like. This query would return this result. Let's use the average function now. This function will return the average of all values. Now I'll write a query to calculate the average of the land area. Here's the result. As you can see, you can execute queries, retrieve data, and perform calculations by using SQL. There are some examples of how you can use SQL and write your first queries. Check out our other videos, subscribe to our channel, or visit sheetgo.com for more spreadsheet-based automation ideas. Thanks for watching, and give us a thumbs up if you liked the video.